And now it's time for some of your feedback. This is You Said It, where I get a chance to respond to some of your correspondence. Lex saw our interviews with Bill Nye the Science Guy, who had a television program aimed at getting kids interested in science. We interviewed Nye to get his impressions of what it was like leasing an electric Mini E. But Lex wrote in to say, I want to ask Ed Whitaker, why isn't Bill Nye driving a Chevy Volt? Bill Nye is an excellent advocate for electric vehicles, especially one made in the USA. Well, Lex, turns out that we had asked Bill Nye what he thought about the Volt, so we went back to that interview and pulled this sound bite.
I'll tell you what I'm excited about. I had the chance to drive the Chevy Volt prototype, and I would just as soon have that vehicle for a few reasons. It started out as an electric vehicle, so there's a whole bunch of details that are improved. You know, this car has no back seat, no trunk, no place to put things. The Volt drove surprisingly well. It was at night and it was raining in Southern California, and so everything was quite slippery. The car performed very well. I was very impressed. And the amenities, the crazy kookball modern electronics, global positioning system, sat-nav, whatever you call it, the display, the music, all is very, very good. So the drivetrain looks pretty good. I was at a trade show, I was at the National Science Teacher Convention, the United States' National Science Teachers Convention last week, and they had the display of the Volt. So this would be the Volt drivetrain on sheet metal, essentially. And I looked at it pretty carefully. It looks very good. They made a couple decisions that I don't understand, but I'm not working on these things full time. I'm not an engineer on these things full time, so I got a feeling somebody was thinking about it, because it's the same bunch of people that did the EV1. And as we all say, everybody who had the use of the EV1 thought it was the greatest car ever. And what were they thinking when they discontinued it? So if it's that same bunch of people giving it another 10 or 15 years of thought, it should be a really good car. And as a guy who grew up in the US, I would very much prefer that the United States auto industry, although it's globalized, that the United States auto industry was making a comeback. I would really like that. I'd like to be part of that.